Okay, good morning. This is Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023, and it's about 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. So like we talked last week, the market's in this channel area, this balance, and I'm waiting for it. Ideally, I'm waiting for it to break out and spike just like it did here and here, and then I'll get back in. If it doesn't do that and it comes down and breaks down into here, then I'll decide whether I'm going to buy at that point. So as of right now, the market in the overnight trading looks like it went up and then it came back down, and it's still sitting in this area. One way to trade this, put this in the 4-hour. One way to trade this is to wait for the market to come up close to the top of this balance area and then short it. So that's one way. And I could have done that, and I could have actually made quite a bit of money right now. I still think that this is the beginning of the week, and this market has a chance of still going back up and even breaking out and coming down. So I can't tell you why I feel that way, but it's just the way I feel. And I can't get into the market unless I have a really good feeling about it and I'm 100% sure, or at least close. And right now, getting in this area just didn't feel like something I wanted to do. It would be a good trade for a day trade and to short that, but I didn't do that either. I'm just waiting. I am a conservative trader. Okay, so I'm going to wait, even though it's only 8:30 and we have several hours of trading. I'm going to wait for the day, and this could actually break down, but if it does, it still wouldn't be a good trade for me because the market would have gone all the way up here and then broken down. It's ideal if it's already down here and then it breaks down, creates a second bar and it goes down again, then I would get in. But this doesn't look like I would be getting in today at all, unless this thing completely sinks down here, which I doubt that's going to happen. But it looks like it might start coming back up. We look at the Dow Jones, same with the Dow. Dow's pretty much in the middle right here of this balance area. And then we've got the Russell 2000, same thing. Now this would be ideal for a nice trade because this actually did what I wanted to do in the ES. It just popped up and it stayed down here. But since I don't trade the Russell, I didn't get in on that. And the NASDAQ, okay. So NASDAQ, same thing. It kind of doesn't really have that much of a balance area, although it's staying in this area here. So NASDAQ is really close to that area. What that means, put that in a daily chart right there. And let's see, pan this thing up to about right there. So if the NASDAQ breaks down here, it's going to be in a zone that's never been tested before, going down. It's going to be in all-time new low, and that means it can just keep going. There's nothing really stopping it from going all the way down. So how far down can this go? I mentioned before the stock market can actually go down. Let's see if I can go pan this thing right there. So here's a possible bottom for the NASDAQ. It's around 2,000. The reason why I mention that, because we're in a very unique situation with the markets. It's compared to 1929, which the market went down about 90%. And so this is actually supposed to be a lot more extreme than 1929. So the market went down 90% and bring it back down into this area. So you can see how far we have to go from there to there. A lot of people don't think it's possible, but they didn't think it was possible in 1929, and it's definitely possible that this can happen. So we got a long ways to go. Bring up the Dow Jones. Same thing with the Dow. The Dow's way up here. It still hasn't even come close to the bottom like the NASDAQ. So it still has to come way down here, break this, and continue down. Let's see, pan this out. All the way down to the 3,000 area in the Dow Jones. So if this happens and this market does go down that far, then there's a lot of money that can be made going down with put options or shorting the market. And that's what we're doing here. Okay, back to the ES. So this is where we're at. We're not down here like the NASDAQ. I believe NASDAQ is leading the way, and once that starts breaking down, then it's a no-brainer. You can probably just get in anywhere and just buy some put options and short this market. And the next time it stops, I don't know yet. I have to wait till it comes down. And but at this point right now, I'm buying February, and I might start buying into the March options. Just see how much further this goes during the month until it finally breaks down. Okay, back into the ES. This is where we're at. The market's down here. It looks like it's going to come down. I don't think it's going to do that yet. I think it's going to bounce again because the NASDAQ looks like it's pretty close to that bottom. And we might have one more bounce up before it actually comes down or breaks down. I'm not sure about that yet, but like I said, I'm not getting in the market until I can feel that something's happening. And so far, I don't feel that anything's happening for me to get into the market. But like I said before, there's never a shortage of opportunities. You have opportunities all the time. So I'm not missing out on anything. The other thing, the other underlying stocks like Tesla and these other stocks that are going down, they continue to go down. And some of them are making new lows like they did this morning, and at the same time gold is starting to come up and break some new highs. So gold actually broke a new high today, and like I said before, this is a W pattern which actually is going to take this thing way up here. And as you know, that gold is a good safety where most people like to buy gold when the market's going down. It's like that's where they run to safety, is gold. Stock market goes down and gold goes up, and that's what's happening here. And on top of that, it did create this W pattern, same as what the Dow did. Dow Jones created this W pattern. Actually, here's a small W pattern right here. It came up, came down, so there's a little W in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Whoops. It's right there, a little W pattern in there. And that's what took this market straight up to here. So same thing with gold. Gold's got this little W pattern in here, rectangular, right? And this is going to go way up into here, and this is actually starting to parallel the market pretty well, because as the market goes down, this gold goes up, and they do trade as opposite during this time. Not all the time, but during this time, it's a flight to security. Okay, here's a chart on Tesla. I just got an alert because it just broke another new low, and Tesla's down about $17.50 today. That's a huge drop. It just continues to go down, and it's down to $105, and it was at $400, not too long ago, about a year ago, and now it's down. And how much further can it go? I mean, Tesla can go all the way down to into the single digits. I've seen this happen in 2000 with other companies. So market continues to show weakness. I see this with other stocks, underlying stocks, that are continuing to go down while the indexes are still hanging in there. And clearly there's several people making lots of money on this, because if we look at the options on this, some of these put options have made pretty good money. They're making, let's say about $15,000 just today on 10 contracts, and let's say this option, and that's probably where I would be too, right in here. That's pretty good for making close to $15,000 on 10 contracts only, just within a 2-hour period. That's how powerful these markets are. Okay, so that's what's happening with Tesla, and this is what's going to happen with let's see here. This is going to happen with the ES, and like I said, ES has a long ways to go, so it makes some big money going down, and like I said, it hasn't even broken a new low yet. It's getting close, not like the Dow, or the Dow is still way up in here, and the Russell and the ES are down here, and then of course the Nasdaq's here. Nasdaq's the leader, and once they start breaking down, then that's when I'm going to start looking into buying short. So for right now, I'm just waiting and see what's going to happen next, and so we'll know till tomorrow or the rest of the week. Okay, that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.